If you need to make a change to your website, so say for example you want to change a logo, or you want to change something with like the color of the navigation or the heading, or you want to change the font, or the font size, or the font size of the content, or maybe you want to change the background. Any of those kinds of changes that are like site-wide changes that you want to make, you will need to use the theme customizer options. To get to those options, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to customize if you're just viewing the website, but if you are in the dashboard, you're going to go to appearance and customize. This is going to open up the theme customizer, and you'll be able to see the theme that's active up here. Now, if you're using one of our websites that we've built, you're probably going to be using the Beaver Builder theme or the Beaver Builder child theme. And if you are, then you should see a lot of these options here that will be available to you that will enable you to easily do that. To make a lot of the changes, it's going to be fairly straightforward, but there are some things that could go wrong or may not change the way you intend. So we always recommend that you make a backup of your theme settings. So to do that, you should see this export import option, and if you click on it, it's going to show this install and activate, unless it's already installed on there. So go and click that button and then activate the plugin. Okay, it's just installing. Alright, once it's installed, go back to customize, and now you'll be able to make a backup of all the settings that you've made, well, that are currently set to the theme. So let's go and do that. So we click on it and we go export. That's going to download the all the customizer settings for this theme. Okay. Once you've done that, you can more safely make changes and have the ability to reverse those changes if you need to. So if you've changed something by accident and you feel you've messed something up, you can import that backup that you just downloaded, and it will set everything to what it used to be before you made those changes. Alright, so what you're going to do is, say if you wanted to change the color of the heading, for example, you would go into General and you would go to Headings, and then you can select the color, and so you can change it to, say, a gray or whatever color it is that best suits your website. If you click on Default, it's going to set it to the Beaver Builder default theme color. The changes that you make may not always be shown immediately once you make them. So, for example, if I choose uppercase, as you can see, it didn't do it automatically. But if I change the font size and I make some other changes here, so let's try light. As you can see, it's reloaded and now it's made those changes. So if I do regular, it did not set it to light, but it depends on what the page has and the defaults and all those kinds of things. So the theme settings here are the defaults. The actual content may not be using those defaults. So, for example, this was created using the Beaver Builder page editor, and some of those settings override the defaults. So that's why if I choose light here, it's not going to update that. However, in other parts of the website, it did. It did change it. So now it's showing it as light font weight. or if I do extra bold italic. So see, it's going to change that, but it's not going to change the ones that I've set elsewhere. So some of those settings may apply and some of them won't. It just kind of varies, and you'll have to experiment with it to see if you know, to try and get what you're trying to achieve here. Now, if you want to change something like the text, you can change the text color here. You can change accent colors and stuff. As you can see, this is the green and the blue. See, this is the green link, and the hover color changes to blue. So I can change this to say red, and see now it's red. And that's under accent color. You can change the color of the buttons. So let me find a button here. Alright, here's a button. As you can see, this is the background color, and it's got white font, and the background hover color is darker green. So you're able to change these default settings from the theme customizer, and you have a lot of control over what displays. When you've made the changes that you want to make to the theme, you're going to go ahead and click publish, and that's going to finalize the changes and make them public. Okay, so now say you've made a change, so like these links are now red. If I don't want those links to be red on hover, then I can always go back and restore the theme settings that I had previously when I had exported those. So doing this is going to reverse any of the changes that I had just made. What I'm going to do is go to Export Import, and I'm going to choose the file that I had exported. Okay, and then I'm going to click Import. Alright, as you can see, I'm getting this error. This is an issue with the Import-Export plugin. There is a way to fix it. So to do that, what you're going to have to do is edit that file and remove some empty space. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. Open the File Explorer. You can usually do this by going to your web browser and going to the file that was downloaded. It depends on your web browser. So if you just click on, show in folder, then it's going to show that file. Alright, so when you right click on it, I want you to open it with a text editor like Notepad or a code editor or something like that. You can try and use Notepad. So you go to open with, and then you can choose an app. I've already opened it with Notepad before, but what you do is you just go and find it, and then you're going to choose Notepad, because that's typically what you're going to have available to you to open it. So as you can see, this is what the file looks like. It has a bunch of stuff. Don't worry about that. What you're going to be concerned about is this space right here. We want to remove that. So press the delete key, and that will remove the space. And then you're going to go either File, Save, or just press Control S to save that file, and then you can go ahead and close it. Now I want you to go over here and go to Import and import that same file that you just edited. And so now that you've got it selected, click Import. And now it works. So it's just that empty space that the file had created for some reason. So it's some kind of glitch in their code for that plugin that they haven't fixed yet. And so now if you look at the links, now they're blue again, like they were before. And that's how you recover changes that you've made to the theme.